I do teach the 7th graders who have SOAR, and then the 8th graders who don't. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in class where I'm like, okay, 8th graders, pull out your, such and such paper that I gave you last week, and half of them don't have it, right? And so there's just this huge difference, and there's kind of talk in the faculty room about how can we have this program, pulled over to the 8th graders or the 9th graders? Can we have the freshmen do it?
I've definitely seen a difference between those that have and haven't had SOAR.
Some people, come by organization naturally. But I think if you can be taught those things and learn them and get those things solidified in middle school and high school, by the time you get to college, you're not worrying about that. You're free to kind of move on and get on with other things rather than trying to organize yourself at the same time as dealing with all the other things that you're trying to take care of.
When we saw a need with study skills, students who weren't quite ready for the rigor of college prep, whether they didn't know how to study or whether it was taking notes or just developing the habits of time management, organization.
Sometimes that doesn't come natural for many of the students. And so to be able to have something that's very prescriptive, that tells them exactly, step by step what to do, I think is such a positive thing.
We found SOAR was a really comprehensive program that really encompassed all of the things that we were trying to do.
The distractions that they have to deal with are so much greater than what I had to deal with. I think that just that alone means that SOAR is much more important for these students than it was for me.
They're looking for something that's real, something they can use. It's not something they just memorize, take a test, and forget the next day. These are real skills that they are taking and implementing. Not only here, they're implementing them at home. And so the parents are really seeing a more mature student. From the time that they started in August until now is a different student. And so next year, they'll be an even better student.
They're kind of a collection of the things that the kids need to be able to do and know to be successful students and to make them confident and to be able to really succeed in school. They have all of their classes in different sections in their binder, and they have a pocket. So we have this little saying that a SOAR student never loses a paper because it's always right there where they need it. And so I can always have the students pull out your stuff, and there it is. They have everything that they need in that binder, and it's kind of like just, their little buddy that goes with them everywhere, and it helps them keep organized.
I really wish my 9th graders could go back and take SOAR, and I've been kind of pushing that maybe we need some remedial help with some of these high school students, that they need these skills.
I remember thinking as a freshman in college, what do I get? How do I organize myself? I have no idea. It's my choice now, and I don't have any clue how to do this without any instruction. And so I just was thinking, even for freshmen in college, it would be good for them to say, here's a way to organize your time, because you're going to spend the next 4 years trying to keep track of really, a lot of big projects and papers and assignments and those kinds of things. The organizational skills as far as keeping track of things are really, really beneficial.
If we can help them to establish habits, good study habits, good skills, early on, then their high school experience will be much easier, and their college experience will just be a continuation.
I think that the biggest thing that I notice is just this confidence as a student. That's not always the first thing that you see, because you're kind of in this new world and with a lot of new things to deal with. But the confidence that it brings when they don't have that to worry about and they feel like they're on top of that, I think is probably, to me, the biggest thing that I noticed. The organizational skills and the opportunity for the student to really get a handle on the logistics of studying and how to be a good student, it just kind of gives them the tools and the confidence to be able to do any kind of studying, no matter what kind of other programs you're using. To have had this program then would have been really helpful for the kids to be able to go, oh look, I can organize my time, and here's some skills that I have, and now I can kind of move on and get on to other things. And so, I would recommend it for sure.
I always lost papers, and I would always frantically look for them in the morning.
I was really stressed. I was oh no, what am I gonna do? How will I get all these things done?
Last year, my binder was a whole bunch of papers all stuffed together and no organization whatsoever.
I was really unorganized. Like I said, I had just folders that I'd stick all my papers in, and I'd lose my homework all the time, and I wouldn't be prepared for class.
SOAR is a class that you take that really helps you with things that you don't usually learn, like organization.
And you learn how to take notes, and your personality is in the class too. You can just like relax and just do your own thing. Also learning. We learned how to like clean and organize like our study place where we studied.
SOAR binder is like this awesome thing that like lets us like organize all our stuff, keep everything right. So then we go to class, we don't end up like looking for papers and like scruffling through our binder.
With SOAR, they're always there when I get to the class.
I haven't even lost an assignment this year, and that's like really exciting for me.
It just keeps it organized, and so if I need to go back and look at the homework assignments and the review sheets that the teachers give me, it's right there where I need it to study. I have to study for a lot of classes, and she's taught us the study skills.
Now in SOAR, I take notes the way my personality fits with it.
She gives us these personality tests, and so I found out how I learned, and it's really helped me to learn in class better.
It tells you the type of learner you are, so when you're studying for big tests and things, you know the right way to study and do well.
SOAR has really helped me just be the best I can be, and it's really helped me manage my time.
I've been able to get home and get what's needed done, and I'm able to open up my planner and list what's most important, and I just do that in that order. And once I get that all done, I'm free and I can do whatever I really want to.
Every parent knows that those moments come where you're like, oh, I gotta be here, I gotta do that. I would describe it as a program that really helps young students learn how to study, how to organize their time.
For me, SOAR has been an opportunity for children to understand the how in terms of how to study, how to be organized, how to become a good student.
For us, I think it was good, especially that transition from 6th grade into 7th grade, where you're going from one teacher to 8 different classes. The kids really need some skills to be able to deal with all those changes that are coming into their lives at that time. Students sit down with their parents, plan out their week, ask their mom and dad what's going on, what do you need from me, here's some things I'm doing.
The Sunday meeting is really an opportunity for you to sit down with your student, with your child, and go over what are the assignments that are going to be due this week, what kinds of things are coming up, projects. Let's look at how you're doing with your classes, with your grades, what are some things that I can do to help you, what are some things that you need to be on top of, and it's really an opportunity for the student to be confident about what's coming and to feel like they're on top of things rather than constantly like fighting for error as far as school goes.
It's a non-stressful class too for students. That's something I think that's been beneficial, where they know that they're learning skills that are going to help them in other classes. Kind of takes that pressure off, and knowing, hey, here's one class that we're not going to have a ton of homework. In fact, we're going to have time that's going to help us with our other classes.
It just kind of gives them the tools and the confidence to be able to do any kind of studying, no matter what kind of other programs you're using. To have had this program then would have been really helpful for the kids to be able to go, oh look, I can organize my time, and then here's some skills that I have, and now I can kind of move on and get on to other things. And so, I would recommend it for sure.
Learning those skills, it would be a benefit to anybody.